Sometimes, when I make a great effort, I can remember her scent, the sweetness of her breath. Serena.
Is that Josh Mandel? Anyway, hello again everybody, my name is Chronos006 and I am back with another Let's Play. And I finally got Fraps to work! I don't know what I was doing wrong before, but I changed the record button and now it magically works, so whatever. Anyway, now I can do a lot of projects I've been wanting to do for a while. I have this great recording software, it's called Fraps. I know a lot of
right there. Maybe I could have another look.
Oh, hush up, Josh. I'm trying to speak. Anyway, I wanted to do a lot of projects, but I'm finally going to get to them, and this one is called Serena. This was a collaborative project between a lot of old adventure game designers as well as fans who wanted to kind of basically write a love letter to the adventure game genre. It is free to play, it is available on Steam, and I have seen nothing. I've kept myself blind for this. I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
One more try. I know, it's pointless, but I need to do it.
I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Okay, let's do this. Let's play Serena.
Serena? Why can't I see you more clearly? Why can't I even remember? This was taken on that crisp winter night at our mutual friend's hunting lodge. We came back indoors, laughing, giddy as teenagers.
Pretty sure that's Josh Mandel. He did the voice for Graham in King's Quest V, as well as a bunch of other remakes, as well as other Sierra games.
It was truly like an enchanted time, like we were in a magic circle where no sorrow or pain could touch us. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important.
So like I said, I have absolutely no idea what's going on here, and I like it that way. I mean, you can make in media res work with adventure games, and the good ones definitely make it work. And I've been looking forward to this. I've been hearing a ton about it, and like I said, I don't know anything hardly going into this. Like collaborations, I think, between Augustin Cordis, who did Scratches. I'm not even sure who all is involved. There's a lot of people who were instrumental. I know the two guys from Andromeda, I believe, were also involved. So this is going to be pretty cool. I'm incredibly excited, if you guys can't tell. So anyway, let's do this.
The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then. My love, we don't have a lot of photos. The guy who snapped this, our host that night,
okay, so there's nothing else I'm getting from there.
Actual film camera. The furniture came with the cabin. Considering how off the beaten path this place is, that helped make up our mind. Sometimes she would brush her leg against mine under the table when we were eating. A curious, sensual thrill.
So this guy seems to be missing or looking for, I'm guessing, his wife? I mean, I can see it right there, but as soon as I get closer, it's all faded. That's weird. So first of all, I gotta point out immediately, look at these graphics. I mean, this is gorgeous for a free game. I mean, I've heard really good things about this one, and I've been wanting to play it for a while. But damn. This could be really, really good.
The table is worn but sturdy, just like our relationship was. Or is. I just don't know anymore.
Yeah, this is definitely reminding me a lot about Michael Arthate. A nice reference to Scratches there, if you guys remember. Nice.
So much wisdom and happiness in this bookcase. My life would have been much poorer without all this.
No, see, here we go. Augustin Cordis, the Dalmar. Josh Mandel! I knew that was Josh Mandel.
The smell of old books is intoxicating. What happens to wood pulp as it ages gives it that distinctive vanilla smell.
God, look at all this. Bohol Strikes Back? Oh, man. This is... God, there's just so many references here. Man, I miss adventure games so much.
Still can't understand. Even the features of her face feel hazy and distant, like remnants of a broken dream.
I wish you'd quit cutting over me, Josh. Anyway, this is awesome. I don't know what's going on, but I am loving this. The Great Underground Empire. Look at all this. Do I know anything else? One more key card, then I'll ask Susie out. How Space Quest ruined my life.
In her private refuge.
Oh, it's funny because it's true.
Must be something that reminds me of her.
Life and death of a Kickstarter addict. Oh, this is fun. See, I like stuff like this.
I loved it when we took down one of my favorites and curled up on the bed to read together as the wind howled outside on cold winter nights.
Yeah, I love stuff like this. You can tell they put so much love into this.
I miss her so much. How is it possible that I can't remember her face?
I'm thinking anybody who liked any kind of adventure game over the last 30 years, you're going to be well at home here. There's just far too many references. This is awesome. Oh, so you want to be a purple tentacle? The unfortunate life of a chocobo sage. Fun stuff.
Look around some more. I have to remember her face. Sharing meals with a good red wine was one of the great pleasures in our relationship, especially in the intimacy of this cabin. We had such a wonderful time dining in this cabin. Serena loved to experiment with her cooking.
Doesn't seem to be having any trouble remembering her name.
I should probably eat. Can't remember the last time I ate, yet I don't feel hungry. Truth be told, not all the cooking she did was a resounding success. We agreed to never attempt doing ravioli again.
You silly dolt. Here, give me that. Don't be such a child.
Don't be such a child. I'm guessing that's her.
I think it dates from the colonial era, probably brought over by the Pilgrims.
True story. My lineage traces all the way back to the Mayflower. And I don't mean that in a joking way. I can't actually trace it.
It belongs in a museum.
You belong in a museum! Sorry.
So many afternoons spent in this armchair.
Come sit with me. I want to talk. And cuddle.
How romantic. I want to talk and cuddle.
What did we talk about? Damn this fallible memory of mine. The most comfortable spot in the cabin, well, along with the bed, of course.
Oh my.
I can imagine her cuddling up to me even now, putting her hand under my shirt. Of course, we made love here, too. There was no place in the cabin we didn't before things deteriorated.
Oh, it's okay. It happens to a lot of guys.
The most comfortable spot in the cabin.
Yeah.
Well, along with the bed, of course.
Okay, that's creepy. I don't know what that is, but it creeps me the hell out. I think that's even the same sound effect from Scratches. Oh, man.
This window never got much attention. Then again, the view isn't nearly as spectacular. Priorities, right?
I notice there's no options. If I hit escape, I quit the game, so... Right-clicking doesn't seem to do anything. Spacebar kind of gives me a hint. See? Gives me a hint as to where I can look and click.
I guess it's covered with grease and grime from cooking, mostly. There's probably nothing out there that I want to see, anyway. All the stuff I care about is inside. Well, except for Serena. I can make out nothing through this window. There was a time, long ago, that all this disrepair felt oddly homey. All the windows are drafty, but like everything else, we just got used to it. We liked it, even. I can make out nothing through this window.
I know there's not going to be a lot of action here, but, I mean, I love these kind of games. And if you're watching my channel, I'm guessing that you must like them at least a little. So, hopefully I'm not getting people being like, this is boring, this is too slow. So. Oh, geez, do we have kids too, or is that just a strange painting?
This one wobbles. I always meant to do something about that, but somehow never got around to it. This used to be her favorite spot. She used to sit here, put her legs on the table, lean back, and just give me one of her smiles. Those effervescent, incandescent smiles. Once we dragged these chairs out to the lake and scrubbed off all the dust and grime of years. That was a long time ago.
Why do I have a feeling I don't want to go outside?
No, I don't want to leave right now. There's still something for me in here.
The game's protecting me from myself. True friends stand by each other through any adversity. That is very true.
Come, love, with peace in your heart, said Niamh of the ice blue eyes. Blue eyes. It's based on an Irish folktale. Warrior poet Oisin goes to Tirnanog, a Celtic otherworld known as the Land of Youth and Promise.
Come, love, with peace in your heart, said Niamh of the ice blue eyes. Ride with me, shed your mortal disguise. Here is our mount, snow-white mare. Come, Uasin, to our gardens fair. In the land of youth ply your art. Ours shall be the cycle of days, ours sun and sky and rainbow ways.
Niamh is of the Fey folk, the fair ones, fairies. Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, some lines jump out at you.
Is that a hint for me to look at each line?
I've always been drawn to things that are kind of both good and bad at the same time. Maybe because that's so like life. My grandma introduced me to these old legends when I was just a kid, in between stories of what she could still remember of her childhood in the old
country.
Weird mix of doggerel and artistry.
Okay, that's all there is.
The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, some lines jump out at you.
Hush, Josh, I'm not looking at that anymore.
Something draws me to this trunk. Is it the memories locked within? Or something else? We use this trunk to store trinkets and papers, but I can't help thinking there's something of importance inside. It's too painful. I want to, but not yet.
What do you mean it's too
We
painful?
found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years.
I'm talking about flea market, Montgomery.
Big enough for a lifetime of mementos. We hated guns, so we never had any, even out here. But this would have been a good place to keep one, since it can be locked. We found this trunk at a flea market.
Okay.
We used to love rummaging around those in our early years. She made this with her own hands. She was really good.
Look what I made, hun, in case we ever need to sweep something under the carpet.
Is that supposed to be foreshadowing?
See the pattern of yellow squares? It's from this rug I remembered from my nursery. I must have been like 3 or 4, but it always stuck with me.
No trap door under there, just more creaky floor. I always resisted the temptation to sweep things under there when it was my turn to tidy up.
The rug's all crooked again. Can you help me straighten it out?
No trap door under there, just more creaky floor. Our refuge from the world, a place of warmth and passion.
And sweet, sweet love.
Sometimes we joked we needed to be so far out in the woods because that's how our sex life was, far out. The furniture came with the cabin, but the bedclothes we brought with us. A place like this needs some luxury, but without her, there are no monsters under the bed. I guess they're all in my head.
You're a poet, and you're not aware.
I feel too restless to sleep right now. It's a beautiful day, though there's an unnatural calm surrounding the area. There's a strand of blonde hair in the comb. Yes, blonde hair like sun rays. I'm remembering.
I guess, basically, it seems the goal so far is to just kind of piece together memories of her.
What's wrong with my memory? Did I have a stroke?
Okay, that scared me.
She also had a brush, but I can't see it anywhere. Nor some of her other personal items. It's just a regular comb bought from a supermarket, new enough to still have all its teeth. Hers. I used it too, when shaving. There's only an outhouse, and for some reason, whoever erected the rickety thing didn't think to include wall-to-wall mirrors, so this came in handy. Should I dust for fingerprints? I might if I were in a detective story.
Get it? Police Quest reference. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
After all these years, it permanently smells of her and her perfume. The last thing I need now is to see myself in the mirror. I must look awful. There's dust on this, too. It's everywhere. After all these years, it permanently smells of her and her perfume.